Hey guys, let's look into Icarus, a new survival game that's coming out at the end of this month that may be changing the early access game forever. If you've been living under a rock and have absolutely no idea what Icarus is and when it's coming out, it's coming out November 20th, but they're having a series of early access weekends to help develop the game further. Icarus is a session-based PvE survival game for 8 co-op players or solo. Explore a savage alien wilderness in the aftermath of a terraforming gone wrong. Survive long enough to mine exotic matter, then return to orbit to craft more advanced tech. Meet your deadline or be left behind forever. The game looks extremely beautiful, and it's also developed by Rocket, who is the main dev on DayZ Mod and DayZ. When that game was popping off, he was the guy behind it. So you know it's coming with a really strong presence and someone that knows what they're doing. And instead of having an early access nightmare that kind of what DayZ was when it first came out, they have this plan where they're going to have early access weekends to help develop the game further. So this is where we look at that right here. It's going to be quite a different experience, and I'm excited for it because I hope that more early access survival developers take this into note instead of releasing half-assed, boring survival games, which is kind of the reason why there has been a lack of uploads. I mean, there's just all of these survival games are all the same. They all have the same issues and lack of replayability. We need something new in the gaming survival scene for sure, and this is welcoming. So the first weekend is August 28th through the 29th. I will be streaming all of these weekends live at twitch.tv/PartiallyRoyal, by the way, so go over there and follow. The first weekend is going to be the forest. Build, hunt, explore, and gain valuable experience in the forest biome during our first beta weekend. So we're going to be able to explore one biome. And what that's going to do is going to allow the developers to look into this one singular biome and fix everything there is to do with it. And then the next weekend, on September 11th and the 12th, they're forecasting storms to be hitting the forest. So then they're going to start balancing storms. The base building skills you have learned in the first beta weekend will be put to the test, and structures as storm damage your structures and scramble to find or build shelter. What I'm curious is if it's going to wipe from the previous beta weekend or if we're going to be able to actually test our builds from the first beta weekend. Reading through this, it doesn't seem like it says anything about that exactly. And then another couple weeks later, on the 25th, 26th, we get the Arctic. Preparation is essential before you venture into the Arctic biome for the first time. Battle fiercer wildlife and sub-zero temperatures in our third beta weekend. And based on what they were saying before, is that this game is something that you jump down to a planet, you gather resources, you build up a base, you jump back, you build higher tier items, and you jump back in again. So what I'm wondering is if during that weekend, are we going to be able to still go back to the forest biome, or are we only going to be restricted to the Arctic? Because if that's the case, you're going to want to go to the forest biome, gather a whole bunch of materials, and then jump back up and then jump down to the Arctic, so that way you're somewhat prepared. Then the 9th through the 10th, we have the desert, so they're doing another biome. You can kind of see what their plan is. And I don't know if any games have done this before. Of course, there's been beta weekends and things like that. But usually it's just like, here's the game. We're going to limit how far you can go in the game. And then when it releases, hopefully we fixed most of the problems from the beta. But this is going to be more, let's fine-tune the forest. Let's fine-tune storms. Let's fine-tune the Arctic. Let's fine-tune the desert. Let's see how missions go, because if you guys played the new Ark DLCs, survival games and missions generally do not always go too well together. And then the final beta weekend is just going to straight up be community, take on challenges, learn more about the game, and kind of have fun up until the release on November 20th. So their original release date was actually, I believe it's literally like tomorrow, this week, was their original release date. And they were like, we need to fine tune this. This game needs to come out and be as close to ready as possible, even though it is early access. And now that I'm actually reading a little further, what I said before, Arctic biome is unlocked. So it's not saying that the forest biome is gone. So yeah, we're going to be able to play the forest biome and the Arctic biome. Desert biome unlocked. So I mean, by mid-October, we're going to be able to play 3 different biomes and test that way. That's crazy. So the plan is for content creation, because you guys are probably curious, all of these weekends will be streamed, and hopefully those streams will cover the entire length of time leading up until the next beta. So that's the plan. I believe we're going to be doing several subathons on these weekends, meaning if you become a Twitch sub, it adds time to the stream where we could be going 48 hours long just to play the full 2 days worth of the game. So expect a crap ton of content coming out of this. Right now it is on sale, $27, and if you do pre-order, you get access to all of the beta weekends, so you can learn the game alongside myself by playing it while watching the stream. I know this is quite a short video, but I just wanted to shed a light on this game and how it is changing the early access survival scene, and I'm extremely excited to check it out. You can find their Steam page linked down below to watch all of the different trailers. Rocket also has been allowing random streamers and YouTubers and things to stream the game early. And if you guys want to do me a favor, you can tweet at Icarus on Twitter and be like, hey, let PartiallyRoyal play your game early. That would be one of the most exciting moments of my entire life, mainly just because I want to be able to, I mean, hopefully, if Rocket were to be there. I've been playing his game since I was a wee lad. And especially starting with Arma 2 DayZ mod, I used to play the crap out of that, and that's what got me into survival games. It would literally become a dream come true to be able to play Icarus along Rocket. But obviously we don't have to do that. But, you know, if you want to, you know, we could do that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Just a quick short one, and we'll see you guys on the beta weekend for Icarus.